Alright, what's going on, big dogs? SG Leo here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the current controversy surrounding MrBeast, why he's surrounded in controversy, what is the awful, terrible act that he did, and why it might be the dumbest thing I have ever seen on the internet. So let's dig into this. Alright guys, so MrBeast, the man who has changed thousands of people's lives, all for the better. Whether it be buying people their dream house, their dream car, giving them a life-changing amount of money, providing people with life-changing, life-saving surgeries, is getting scrutinized by thousands of people on the internet for doing one of the most terrible, devilish deeds I have ever heard. MrBeast took 1,000 people, 1,000 people, and then paid for them to have a life-changing surgery. What was this life-changing surgery? All these people were blind. They couldn't see. And now they can see. How awful of him. How terrible of him. Now, how does this all start? How do people criticize this man for saving people's, I shouldn't say saving their lives, but for completely changing their lives? These are people who couldn't see, right? The world to them was blank. Some of them were completely blind. All they could see was darkness. Nothing else. Other people weren't near as bad, but still, he is now changing their lives for the better. Well, the main reason people are criticizing him is because they believe that MrBeast is only doing these things specifically for his own personal gain. Right? They think this guy is basically taking these individuals, paying for their surgeries, but he's only doing it because it gets him views on the internet. Now, to anybody who genuinely thinks that, I really want people to understand how frugal and how genuinely nice this individual seems to be. MrBeast, or Jimmy Donaldson's his full name, this guy has hundreds of millions of subs on YouTube, right? And almost all of his videos, almost on a weekly basis, this guy takes random people and changes their lives in some of the kindest, most genuine ways I could ever think of. There's YouTubers who do similar things like this, but it's always the same thing. It's always, here's a new car, here's a new plane, house, apartment, brand new gaming computer. And yeah, it's nice. I'm not saying those aren't nice charitable deeds, but this guy has done several times, paid for people to have life-saving, life-changing surgery. Like, imagine this. So I, as an individual, am considered legally blind, right? Now, I'm nowhere near as blind as these people are. Like, these are people who literally could not see the world, right? If I don't have my contacts or my glasses in, everything's a blur, right? I can see about 2 inches in front of my face right now, okay? That is the length of which I can see. So if I were to leave my apartment without my contacts or my glasses, I'm screwed. I'm definitely falling down the stairs, right? I'm going to get hurt. These people, it doesn't matter if they have glasses, it doesn't matter if they have contacts, they can't see. I am lucky enough to where I can just put in my contacts, put on my glasses, and I can go out in the world and live a normal life. These are people who, not only did he give them the ability to see now, but the financial stress that he probably just relieved from not only them, but their families around them cannot be understated, right? I'm sure we all know somebody who has a disability of some kind, right? Whether it be autism, some form of anxiety, maybe they're actually disabled in some form, like physically, whether it be, maybe they've had an amputation, or maybe they were born without a limb, right? Prosthetics aren't cheap. Getting the proper care for these people isn't cheap. Whether maybe they have cancer, maybe they have diabetes, something like that. Healthcare is not a cheap asset, right? It's not a cheap thing to just go and get. And this guy is taking the money that he makes from all of his other videos and then pushing it back out into the world and changing people's lives. And the entire internet is now jumping down this guy's throat because he had the audacity to do that. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'll put up some videos. I'll put up some images here of how this guy lived. But he has went out on podcasts several times and talked about how he lived in just like a rundown dump of an apartment building. And the only reason he moved into a semi-nicer place, I have photos up, but he calls this place nice, like super nice, compared to his last one. So I can't imagine what his last place looked like. But the only reason he moved is because people broke into his place and stole his laptop. So that's the only, like, looking at his place, it's just a room in a building, right? He lives in a smaller room than I do, right? I live in a studio apartment, and this guy lives in a closet. I swear to God, that's what this is. Like, this looks like just some off to the side room in a building that he just said, I'll take that for whatever you're offering. That's insane, right? This guy is living with like the bare minimum all the time. Now, I'm not saying he doesn't have a lot of money. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he makes a lot of money off of YouTube. But the amount of money that he puts back into not only like making his videos possible, making awesome content for his viewers, and then donating, the amount of money this guy donates is insane. The company that helped do the surgery, Vision for a Cure, he has donated millions of dollars to these people to fund research to help find this type of cure, and hopefully down the line make it a lot more accessible for everybody so that nobody has to be blind anymore, right? And it's so crazy to me that the internet just can't let people do good things, right? If you go on the internet and you take a video of somebody doing something weird, right? Maybe you see a kid wearing a Naruto hoodie or like an anime shirt or whatever out in public, and he's just being a little not normal, right? People will gladly support you in belittling and destroying that person's livelihood because he did a weird thing out in public, right? But the moment somebody on the internet does something that is actually benefiting society and changing people's lives, for whatever reason, the internet just can't let that happen. People all over the world are currently jumping down this guy's throat, like I said, because he had the audacity to help people see. I don't understand where the criticism is coming from. Like, you can go and tell me all the time that this guy is some major piece of crap or whatever, but I can give you hundreds of examples of this guy going on podcasts, and there's behind the scenes videos all over the internet of this guy literally telling people like, hey, I know I just gave you a Lamborghini, but if you can't afford it, I can go sell it. I'll just give you the cash value. He doesn't like screw people over. Like, that was the other big thing a lot of people were talking about, is how all of the stuff that he's giving to people must financially ruin them. He gives them the cash value option. It's like winning the lottery, basically, right? When you win the lottery, you can either cash out and take all the money at once, or you basically get a salary pay, right? You get so much money every like month, right? And he's kind of doing that in the sense of, you can take the house that I'm giving you now, or you can wait a little bit. I'm going to sell the house or the plane or whatever. And then when I get the money, I'll just give you the cash value, right? That way you're not accumulating mass amounts of debt to pay for insurance and a flight attendant or whatever for this luxury vehicle or house, right? He's not screwing people over. Like, this guy has this whole plan, this whole vision of his to like make the world a better place. He has it so planned out and so well, and I can't find anything negative on this guy, right? I've done research for probably about an hour now before I started to record this, and I can't find a negative review about this guy. Like, there's not even like some random video from like 30, or he's not 30, but from like 5-10 years ago of him like at a restaurant yelling at a waitress or something. This guy just seems to be a genuine person who all he wants to do is use his stature and his money that he's making from all these videos to then better the world around him, right? And there's like nobody who does that anymore. And we're going to try, like, the internet's going to try and cancel the one guy that does? Really? There's so many people on the website, like on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok, you name it, that are genuinely awful people, but they have huge followings, right? Like, earlier in the week, I even saw Joey Swole, this guy who just promotes positive gym etiquette, you know, and is one of the main guys who's out there like defending people who are just trying to better their livelihood. People were trying to get him banned on TikTok and on the internet because he's somehow misogynistic for telling girls to not post videos of dudes just working out at the gym, because these girls are there trying to ruin these people's lives by saying they're gym creeps for simply asking if they can work in with them on like a gym set. Like, really? For whatever reason, the internet has to take whatever is good in the world and then just destroy it. I don't know why that is. I don't know why we can't just sit there and go, this guy is a genuinely good person and wants to better the world. This is a guy who came from nothing, who had no money, who lived in and still lives in not the greatest condition ever, because he wants to use his money for something other than his own personal benefit. And for whatever reason, all these people are still demanding that he gets canceled. I'm still seeing videos about this today, which is why I decided to make the video. This happened about a week ago or 2 weeks ago now. And I'm still seeing articles and TikToks and Instagram shorts and YouTube shorts and YouTube videos, hour-long YouTube videos going over like why this guy is apparently the worst person on the internet. Listen, MrBeast is probably never going to see this video, and probably none of his people that he works with are ever going to see this video, but genuinely, Jimmy, if I can call you that, but MrBeast, whatever, please keep doing what you're doing, man. Like, we need more of that in the world, man. Like, I'm in no financial situation to sit there and donate to places. Like, but if I was in your situation, dude, like, I really wish that hats off to you. Not enough people do what you do. And to all the people hating on this guy, get a life, man. Why can't we just have nice people in the world? In conclusion, guys, people shouldn't be hating on MrBeast for curing people's blindness. You can tell all of his philanthropic efforts are motivated by a genuine desire to help others, right? And his contributions have already made such a significant impact on the world. It's not fair to criticize his actions or just assume that what he's doing is only for personal gain, right? We should honestly be celebrating this, that we have somebody as inspirational, as kind, and as caring, and as somebody who genuinely just wants to give back to his community. MrBeast is like one of the only positive forces in the world right now, and we should really be surrounding this guy and supporting him and encouraging him to continue these type of videos and continue to make other people's lives better. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think down below. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notification bell so you know when I upload, guys. It all actually means a ton to me. And don't forget to stop over to my Twitch, twitch.tv/SGLeo. I'm live almost every single day playing games, Hogwarts Legacy, Call of Duty, all the big games that are out nowadays. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a good night, guys.
I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body in Harvard above me.